Hello everybody, again welcome to Partvisionist classroom. So today we are going to discuss how to assess acid-base balance from an ABG report. In the previous part, we have discussed about some basic concept of ABG and how to assess the patient's oxygenation status from ABG report. In this session, we are going to discuss how to assess the acid-base balance from ABG report. Now, we all know that acidity or alkalinity of any solution, that is represented as pH of that solution. pH of that solution. So, for blood also, we will define it as acidic or alkaline through the pH of blood. So before that, so what is the pH then? So mathematically, pH is the logarithm of reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration of any solution. Logarithm to the base 10, not to the base e, but logarithm to the base 10 of reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration. That means, in simple language, pH is the negative logarithm of power of hydrogen in any solution. So, in normal pH scale, 7 is neutral, pH less than 7 is considered as acidic, and pH more than 7 is considered as alkaline. But for blood, for human blood, pH, normal pH is 7.35 to 7.45. So in pH scale, we can observe that when the pH is less than the standard unit, then it is considered as acidic. For the blood also, when the pH will be less than the normal range, pH will be lesser than the normal range, we will consider it as acidosis. And when the pH is more than that, same as pH scale, when the pH is more than normal pH of blood, we will call that as alkalosis. So again, acidosis and alkalosis can be of two types: respiratory and metabolic. So when the acidosis and or alkalosis, that is caused by partial pressure of carbon dioxide in blood, then we call it as respiratory acidosis or respiratory alkalosis. But when the acidosis or alkalosis is due to the fluctuation of concentration of bicarbonate ion, HCl minus bicarbonate ion in blood, then we call it as metabolic acidosis or metabolic alkalosis. So acidosis and alkalosis are two types. First one, respiratory, which is contributed by partial pressure of carbon dioxide in blood, and second one is metabolic, which is contributed by bicarbonate ion concentration in blood. So let's see how to determine if the patient is in acidosis or in alkalosis, or if patient is in acidosis and alkalosis, then what is the type of that? That means if the acidosis or alkalosis is respiratory, due to respiratory cause or due to metabolic cause. So when we first get an ABG report, what we will see? We will first see the pH. The first parameter in an ABG report is pH. So normal pH again 7.35 to 7.45. So in a report there are three chances. pH level can be normal, that is in between this value, that is in the normal range, or pH either can be increased or pH either can be decreased. So first we will discuss what is we see that in the report pH is decreased. Again I have mentioned that if pH is lesser, pH value is lesser than this range, we call it as acidosis. So when the pH is decreased, this point is as acidosis. Then what we will look for? You already know that the patient is in acidosis. So you will see a decreased pH level in ABG report. Then what we will look for? We will look for PCO2 level. So in regard to acidosis, there can be three chances. Again, there can be three chances of PCO2 level. Either PCO2 level can be normal, or PCO2 can be increased, or PCO2 level can be decreased. And after PCO2, the parameter which we will look for is the bicarbonate ion concentration. So let us start from this chart. Let there is acidosis, and in ABG report we can find that the PCO2 level is normal. That means there is no respiratory cause involved, no respiratory cause. There is no respiratory component involved in acidosis. Then what can be the chance? The only chance is there must be some metabolic cause of acidosis. That means there is obviously some metabolic acidosis. Now we all know in a solution, if amount of dissolved carbon dioxide increases, then it causes the solution to be acidic, and bicarbonate ion is an alkalic ion in itself because it is an anion. So when the concentration of bicarbonate ion will increase, it will cause the solution to be alkaline, and when the amount of bicarbonate ion will decrease, it will cause the nature of the solution to be acidic. So when we are watching that PCO2 level is normal, so we will first take that there is no respiratory cause. So what can be the cause? Only the metabolic cause. So how metabolic acidosis will occur? Now only if there is reduction in concentration, only if there is reduction in concentration of bicarbonate ion. So against normal PCO2, where there is no respiratory cause present, the chance of cause of acidosis is only metabolic, and metabolic acidosis will only occur when the level of bicarbonate ion, that is the anion, will be reduced. That is reduced bicarbonate ion. In those cases, we will diagnose the situation. We will diagnose the patient to be in metabolic acidosis, and it is an uncompensated metabolic acidosis. The mechanism of compensation. What is compensation? I will discuss it later. First, just take it is metabolic acidosis. First, eliminate that term uncompensated. Just take it normal PCO2. That means there is no respiratory acidosis present, but the pH showing that patient is in acidosis. So the only cause can be metabolic. That means reduction in concentration of bicarbonate ion. So there is the patient is in metabolic acidosis. The next chance is PCO2 can be raised. So again, if PCO2 is raised, that means solubility in carbon dioxide in the solution, the amount of soluble carbon dioxide in the solution is raised. That means there is some respiratory cause. When PCO2 is increased, there will be increased amount of hydrogen ion, that is cation, in the solution. So the solution will be acidic. So, and I have already mentioned, if PCO2, if acidosis and alkalosis is caused by some fluctuation in level of PCO2, then we call it respiratory acidosis. So in this case, we can see the pH is acidic and the PCO2 is raised. PCO2 is raised. That means there is obviously some respiratory component. Some respiratory component involved in this. Now, the respiratory acidosis is present. We can see there is some respiratory acidosis. Then what is the chance of concentration of bicarbonate ion? If respiratory acidosis is already present, then there can be all the three chances of bicarbonate ion to be normal, or bicarbonate ion to be increased, or bicarbonate ion to be decreased. Because this component is already causing the acidosis. Here PCO2 was not causing the acidosis, so bicarbonate ion, the chance of bicarbonate ion, the chance of concentration of bicarbonate ion was only to be decreased, because only thus the acidosis can occur. But in this case, what is happening? The PCO2 level is increased, so we have already got the component which is causing the acidosis. So with acidosis, bicarbonate level, the concentration of bicarbonate ion can be anything, either can be increased, either can be decreased, or remain normal in the blood. So there can be all the three scenarios. So first scenario, we take that bicarbonate ion, the concentration of bicarbonate ion is increased. So if concentration of bicarbonate ion is increased, it is an anion. If it increases in a solution, then what it will do? It will make the solution alkaline. So PCO2 is increased PCO2. What it is trying to do? It is trying to make the solution acidic. And our body, what it is trying? It is trying to counter this scenario, because obviously this is abnormal scenario. So then what it is doing? It is increasing the concentration of bicarbonate ion. And what bicarbonate ion is trying to do? It is trying to make the blood alkaline, so that it can counter the acidic component and make the blood, or make the pH of the blood remain in the normal range. The alkaline nature of bicarbonate ion is trying to counteract the acidic nature of carbon dioxide to maintain the pH inside this normal range. This is called this response is called compensation. That means body is trying to compensate the abnormal nature of acidosis due to increased PaCO2 through increasing the bicarbonate ion. That means by trying to make the blood alkaline to counteract the acidic nature. This mechanism is called the compensation. Again, these two scenarios can be vice versa. That means bicarbonate is increased and the blood is alkaline, and then body will try to increase the PaCO2 to make the blood acid towards the acidic side to counteract the alkaline nature, and so that the pH remains in the normal range. Then also it is called the compensation. Compensation is just nothing but response of our body to counteract the abnormal scenario. If the abnormal scenario is acidosis, body will try to make the pH towards the alkaline nature, and if the abnormal scenario is alkalosis, then body will try to push the pH towards the acidic nature. This is called the mechanism of the body's mechanism of compensation. So here you can see again increased PCO2, that means there is respiratory component of acidosis already present, and bicarbonate is increased, that means body is trying to compensate that that abnormal scenario of acidosis. But is the body able to completely compensate the acidosis? No, because if it was able to completely counter the abnormal scenario, then the pH, then we will see that pH is normal. But in this case, you can see the pH is not normal, the pH is decreased. That means acidosis is still present, but body is trying to compensate the acidosis by increasing the concentration of bicarbonate ion. So in that case, we will call that phenomena as partially compensated respiratory acidosis. Partially compensated respiratory acidosis. Why partially? Because body is trying to compensate, but is not able to fully compensate the scenario. So it is partially compensated respiratory acidosis. Or sorry. Now let's come to this side. Here, this term first, I told you to neglect the uncompensated metabolic acidosis. So this scenario, why this scenario was uncompensated? Because bicarbonate ion was reduced. There is metabolic component of acidosis, but there is no effort. There is no effort to counteract this scenario through the respiratory component, because the PCO2 level is not decreased, the PCO2 level is normal. So there is no effort by body to compensate this metabolic component of acidosis through the respiratory component. So that will be called uncompensated. That is, the body is showing no effort to compensate the abnormal scenario. This was called uncompensated metabolic alkalosis. Next, this was partially compensated respiratory acidosis, that was uncompensated metabolic acidosis. Next, under this scenario, increased PCO2, the second chance is, the first chance was increased amount of bicarbonate ion, the second chance is decreased amount of bicarbonate ion. Now bicarbonate ion is an anion, so if it decreases, the concentration of anion decreases in the solution, then the solution will be more acidic. The solution will be more acidic. So here we can see that a respiratory component, a respiratory cause which is creating acidosis is already present. The increase of PCO2 which is causing acidosis, the respiratory component is already present. With the respiratory component, there is a metabolic component also which is causing acidosis in the patient's body. The decreased concentration of bicarbonate. That means there is both the respiratory component present and both the metabolic component present, which is causing the acidosis. In this case, we will say this to be both respiratory and metabolic acidosis present, or respiratory and metabolic acidosis. And the third and the last chance is the bicarbonate ion concentration is not changed, it is just normal, like that. Here bicarbonate ion was decreased, metabolic acidosis was there, but PCO2 level was normal. So no effort of body to counteract the metabolic acidosis by the respiratory component, so uncompensated metabolic acidosis. Just like that, here is a respiratory acidosis and body is showing no effort to counteract that through the metabolic component. So it is uncompensated respiratory acidosis. That means only respiratory acidosis is present. There is no metabolic alkalosis which is trying to compensate that. So it is uncompensated respiratory acidosis. Next, the last scenario which is possible, that pH is decreased, with that PCO2 is also decreased. PCO2 is also decreased. Then what we look for? We look for bicarbonate ion. Why? Because if PCO2 is decreased, that means there must be some alkalosis. Because when PCO2 will decrease, the concentration of hydrogen ion in the blood will decrease. That will cause the blood to be alkaline. So there must be some alkalosis. But instead of alkalosis, there is acidosis. So next we will look for the bicarbonate ion, and the only chance is the bicarbonate ion concentration is very lower than the normal. Otherwise, the scenario of acidosis is not possible. The blood will be alkaline, so there will be alkalosis. So with decreased amount of PCO2, acidosis is only possible when there is decrease in normal level of bicarbonate ion. Now it is clear that the acidosis is due to the metabolic component, that is due to the decrease of bicarbonate ion. So it is obviously metabolic acidosis, and here the PCO2 level is decreased. That means here also, why PCO2 level is decreased, because body is trying to eliminate this component or counteract this component and trying to keep the pH in normal range through the respiratory component. Here is metabolic acidosis, and body is trying to make metabolic alkalosis, so that this alkalosis counteracts with this acidosis and keep blood pH in the normal range. But is this compensatory mechanism, is this compensation, is the body able to fully compensate the acidosis due to decreased level of bicarbonate ion through decreasing in PCO2? No, because the pH is decreased and it is showing acidosis present. That means here also the compensation mechanism is partial. It is not complete. Compensation. The compensation is partial, and there is metabolic acidosis. So we will call it partially compensated metabolic acidosis. Partially compensated metabolic acidosis. So these are all chances what we can see if there is decreased pH in ABG report. Next we will see what are the chances what we can see in a ABG report when there is increase in pH. That means when there is alkalosis. So the next scenario which I am going to discuss about is alkalosis. So obviously alkalosis means the pH is increased than the normal level, normal range. So here again, first we will see for the PCO2 level and then we will see for the concentration of bicarbonate ion. So against alkalosis, the chance of PCO2 level is also, there are 3 chances of PCO2 level, that PCO2 level can be increased or can be decreased or can remain normal. So again, let's start from the first one. Let's have got some report where we can see pH is increased, that is there is alkalosis present, but the PCO2 is also increased. Now if PCO2 is increased, then what I have mentioned, that what I have already mentioned, that if PCO2 is increased, then the tendency of the solution will be towards acidic. But from the pH you already know that the patient is in alkalosis. So if there is no respiratory component, though there is no respiratory component of alkalosis present, instead of there is a respiratory acidosis component. Respiratory acidosis component is present. Then we have to look for the bicarbonate ion, because obviously if simply PCO2 level is high, then the blood pH should be decreased, but here blood pH is increased, then obviously there is some metabolic component, metabolic cause of acid alkalosis present. So obviously there is just one chance possible, one scenario possible, that is the bicarbonate ion is increased, then only the pH will be increased and alkalosis can be there. So if bicarbonate ion is increased, then it is obviously metabolic alkalosis, then it is obviously metabolic alkalosis. But with increase in bicarbonate ion, there is also an increase in PCO2 level. That means this alkalosis, the component which is responsible for alkalosis, body is trying to eliminate that or precipitate this component through an acidosis component, through an respiratory acidosis component. Again the same concept which I discussed in the acidosis part. Is this compensation is complete? Is this respiratory acidosis component is completely able to completely eliminate the alkalosis component? The answer is no. Why? Because there is already alkalosis present, which is seen in the blood pH level. That means the compensatory mechanism is incomplete or partial. So this scenario will be called partially compensated metabolic alkalosis. Partially compensated metabolic alkalosis. Now what can be the next chance? Next chance can be there is decreased PCO2 level. Decreased PCO2 level means obviously it is causing respiratory alkalosis, which is contributing to alkalosis. So against this one, all 3 chances are possible. That means bicarbonate ion either can be increased or can be normal or can be decreased, because the alkalosis is already due to the respiratory component. Alkalosis is already due to the respiratory component. So the metabolic component can be anything. It either can be increased or can stay normal or can be decreased. So with respiratory alkalosis, if the metabolic component is increased, metabolic component, that means the concentration of bicarbonate ion is increased, that means it is also trying to make the blood alkaline. It is also trying to make the blood what? Alkaline. So both these components are causing the alkalosis. So how will we describe it? Now it is both respiratory and metabolic alkalosis. That means it is respiratory and metabolic alkalosis. The next scenario, normal bicarbonate ion. That means there is no change in concentration of bicarbonate ion. So the only contributing factor to the alkalosis is PCO2, the decreased concentration of PCO2. So it is respiratory alkalosis, and it is uncompensated because there is no effort to compensate the respiratory alkalosis through the concentration of bicarbonate ion. So there is no effort of compensation, there is no phenomena of compensation seen. So this is uncompensated respiratory alkalosis. Next, and the last chance and the last scenario which can be possible against the decreased level of PCO2 is the bicarbonate level is also decreased. The bicarbonate level is also decreased. So if PCO2 is decreased, that means it is causing alkalosis, and it is respiratory alkalosis. Now if bicarbonate ion is decreased, then we see that bicarbonate ion is decreased. That means body is trying to make the blood acidotic, or there is a chance, there is an effort to compensate that alkaline component with an acidic component. There is an effort of body to compensate this respiratory alkalosis component through there is a effort of body to compensate the respiratory alkalosis component through the metabolic acidosis. Again, you have to see that if this compensatory mechanism is complete, that means if this compensation, the metabolic acidosis, is enough to eliminate the respiratory alkalosis. Again, no, because if this compensatory component was sufficient, then the pH level would be within the normal range. But the pH level is not normal, it is alkaline. So it is trying to compensate the respiratory alkalosis but cannot fully compensate. So the mechanism, the compensatory mechanism is again partial, and in this case the factor which is causing alkalosis is the decreased amount of PCO2. That means it is respiratory alkalosis, and it is partly compensated by the metabolic acidosis. So it is partially compensated respiratory alkalosis. And the last chance is PCO2 level is normal. PCO2 level is normal. Then again, if PCO2 level is normal, the alkalosis is not possible due to only this reason. So then again we will have to check the bicarbonate concentration, and again here is only one here is only one chance, that is bicarbonate level is increased. Because if the bicarbonate level is not increased, the alkalosis is not possible. Normal PCO2 and normal bicarbonate level cannot cause acidosis. Then the pH level will be the normal range. So when PCO2 is normal, then only chance is bicarbonate level is increased. When we get a report, we will obviously can see this one here. For understanding purpose, I am describing why only one chance is possible for this scenario. That's why I am describing. So if bicarbonate level is increased, then obviously there is metabolic alkalosis, and there is no compensatory mechanism through the level of through PCO2. So it is again uncompensated metabolic alkalosis. Uncompensated metabolic alkalosis. So these are the all chances against acidosis and alkalosis. But when we are as a perfusionist, can we see this compensatory mechanism inside OT? When we are operating cardiopulmonary bypass, the answer is no. There we can see no compensatory mechanism, no compensation during cardiopulmonary bypass. Why? Because this compensatory mechanism by body, this compensatory response of body takes obviously will take some time. It is not acute. It is not like that there is acidosis and body is responding and compensating at once. Not like that. It takes some time. So when we are perfusing a patient, there will be either respiratory acidosis or respiratory alkalosis, or metabolic acidosis or metabolic alkalosis. There we cannot see those compensatory mechanisms. This compensatory mechanism can only be seen in a critically ill patient, in an ICU setup, in an ITU setup, where the patient is ventilator dependent or patient is critically ill for long time, so that the body can develop the compensatory mechanism. The body gets the time to develop the compensatory mechanism. In case of cardiopulmonary bypass, in time of open heart surgery, the body does not get sufficient time to develop those compensatory mechanisms. So inside OT, we will not see any compensated acidosis or alkalosis. There will be simply acidosis or alkalosis. Acidosis can be respiratory or metabolic, and alkalosis will be respiratory or metabolic. Just simply acidosis and alkalosis. And next, the last part, if the pH is normal. Now the last part, if the pH is normal, if you see in an ABG report, pH is within the normal limit. So what we will do? We will jump to the conclusion that everything is normal. No, obviously no. Why? Let's see what can be present with the normal pH also. First is the normal scenario, that pH is normal, against that PCO2 is normal, and bicarbonate ion is also, concentration of bicarbonate ion in ABG is also normal. Then there is no abnormality. Obviously there is no abnormality. But while after also watching normal pH, we have to look for PCO2 and bicarbonate ion. The reason is here in these two columns. So against normal pH, let's take that PCO2 is increased. Against normal pH, two scenarios are possible. PCO2 is increased or PCO2 is decreased. So if first one is PCO2 is increased, so PCO2 is increased means there is obviously respiratory acidosis. So if there is acidosis, the pH cannot be normal. The pH cannot be normal, but the pH is normal. So then what we will do? Then we will look for the concentration of bicarbonate ion. And there the only chance will be increase, there is increase in bicarbonate ion, which is compensating this component. Increase in bicarbonate ion means metabolic alkalosis. And when both are present, normal pH is only possible when these two things will compensate. These two things will fully compensate each other. That means again, if we see a normal pH and next when we look for PCO2, we see increased PCO2. The only chance is the bicarbonate ion. When we will see the report, the only chance will be there is obviously increase in bicarbonate ion, because then only these two components will eliminate each other. These two components will eliminate each other and keeping the pH in normal range. So this scenario is called compensated respiratory acidosis or compensated metabolic alkalosis. Why not? Because only from the ABG report, we can obviously diagnose that there is some insult and there is some compensation. But we cannot say, only from ABG report we cannot make the comment that obviously which factor is the insult and which factor is the compensatory, which factor is a part of compensatory mechanism. Then we will have to see the patient clinically for determining which is the cause, which is the insult and which is the compensatory mechanism. From the ABG report only, we can only say that either there is compensatory respiratory acidosis or there is compensated metabolic alkalosis. And same as the next one, the next chance is PCO2 is low. That means there is obviously respiratory alkalosis. Again, with respiratory alkalosis, normal pH is not possible, and so the only chance with bicarbonate ion is decreased. That means which is called metabolic acidosis. If we see normal pH and decreased PCO2, then obviously in the ABG report we will also see the bicarbonate ion is also decreased, because then only the pH, normal pH level is possible. These possibilities, why against this only chance is possible, again I have already mentioned, again I am telling you can see those things in ABG report. When you will get a ABG report, you will obviously see the pH level, PCO2 level and bicarbonate level. Here I don't have any, I am not discussing any some ECG report. I am discussing what are the total scenarios which are possible. So that's why I am mentioning this is the only possibility, because if I don't mention it, what will happen? There will be a question will arise. There can be a question which can arise that why cannot 3 chances of bicarbonate ion is not possible against decreased PCO2. That's why I am mentioning it, so that there is no confusion. There is no confusion created among you. So again, with decreased PCO2 and normal pH, the only thing is possible is there is decreased bicarbonate ion. That means the respiratory alkalosis, there is metabolic acidosis, and both this component are compensating each other. So again we will call it as either compensated respiratory alkalosis or compensated metabolic acidosis. And again we have to relate it clinically to diagnose it, which one is the primary insult and which one is the compensatory mechanism. Again, This compensatory mechanism to fully compensate the insults obviously takes time. It is not an acute procedure. It is not like that the insult is happened, that means acidosis or alkalosis. With instant there will be some compensatory mechanism. That is not true. It obviously takes time. So in critically ill patients who are ill for a long time, in those cases we will see this complete compensatory mechanism. So this is all about the assessment of acid-base balance from an AMG report. I guess this session was understandable. If not, please give your feedback through the comment section so that I can make my I can make my performance or make my way to make you understand more better. So that is all for this session. So thank you, take care, goodbye.